It was. So this is Nadia, and Nadia, the Lord really touched you that last Wednesday, that last Heaven Come rather, pardon me, and you had hands laid on you and prayer over you, and you had a condition, a situation. Did we know how serious it was, or did they tell you, or? But it was they saw something. You want to share it with everybody?
Yes. So in the beginning of December, I noticed that I started feeling some pain on my left breast. And I didn't really think anything of it. You know, I thought it was just something, temporary. I was like, well, let me see. Maybe it'll go away. And then as the month of December went on, I noticed that the pain started to become more persistent, and it would linger. And I would just be walking in the store, or I would be sitting on the couch doing my Bible study, and I would just feel that pain. And I was like, okay, I thought about it, and I was like, well, this isn't right. I know my body. I know there's something more. So I didn't schedule an appointment until the first week of January. And it was January 3rd, and I had actually just gotten baptized on the 1st.
Wow.
Yes, so.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I went to my appointment on the 3rd, and the doctor said that they did find a lump in my breast. And luckily, we were able to also schedule an ultrasound that same day. They were able to squeeze me in. So I got the ultrasound. And I didn't get the results back until the week after. So I got my results back, and my results did come back abnormal. And they discovered that I had a mass and an enlarged lymph node in the area where the lump and my pain was located. So the doctors said that they wanted to schedule a biopsy, a breast biopsy, to see what exactly the mass is made up of, if it's benign or malignant. And I'm hearing all of this in one phone call, and I'm still young. I'm 22, so when I heard all of that I have a mass in my breast, it terrified me because I'm still young. And I found all of that out the day before Heaven Come. Yes. And the doctors even told me, they said, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you. We've never really had to request a breast biopsy on someone your age. Like, this isn't really heard of. So hearing that also terrified me. And then I saw that you said on social media that you're going to be doing an anointing with oil. And you had said that when you come to receive, you have to know in your heart what you're praying for. And then I think you even mentioned that you knew that there were some people that were going to be experiencing healing that night. And there are no coincidences with God, so I immediately knew that was for me.
Yes.
So going into Heaven Come, I already knew what I wanted to pray for. I was like, okay, I'm going to pray for healing. So that night I prayed so hard for healing, and I was one of the first ones in the front, and you were the one who actually laid hands on me. And it was just a beautiful thing that I experienced. I kept hearing your voice get closer. I had my eyes closed the whole time. I kept hearing your voice get closer and closer and closer. And my heart was beating, my hands were shaking, and I was moving back and forth. And then as soon as you laid hands on me, I just felt this flush of just warmth fill my body, and it just felt like I was getting like a big hug from Jesus. And and he was saying that everything was going to be okay, and I just immediately started bawling. And then the day after Heaven Come, I noticed that I didn't feel the lump anymore, and there was no pain. So I told that to my doctors, and they said, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and do a repeat ultrasound before we do a biopsy, just to make sure that if it's 100% gone, maybe this, maybe that, just so they can check off all their boxes. But I immediately knew that it was God's doing. Like, I already knew that I was healed. I knew that his healing hands were over me. And the day after, we were at a prayer night, and my friends from my life group, I told them for the first time, because I was keeping it in. So I told them for the first time, and they immediately dropped everything. They gathered around me, they laid hands on me, and they just started praying for me. And I remember I just started crying.
Yes.
I just started crying because I was holding it in for so long. But then something told me that I had to bring it to the light. You know, prayer is more powerful when you bring it to the light so that God can truly touch it. And then last week I had my repeat ultrasound, and the doctor said that there is no mass. The mass is gone. My lymph nodes look normal, and I just knew that I was healed by the grace of God.
Wow.
Yes.
Nadia, beautiful. Great job. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.